Okay, so I'm going to do a quick demo of how live works in V5 now. Do new session because I've tested this already. So on the left-hand side here is the administrator's view. So this is effectively what we would term as a kind of the switcher. This is the thing where you can switch from kind of one state to another as you're doing your live stream. On the right-hand side is the player page that the end users would see. So anything that you do here is going to affect what happens here. So at the moment, the way we've got this live stream set up is we're saying, you know, we've configured this by going into all of the millions of different options that are here. But we've essentially configured this live stream so that it's showing pre-event stage 1. And for pre-event stage 1, we've determined that we're just going to show a static image of, you know, a building, which happens to be very close to here. So that's what we're going to show at that stage. So this could be, let's say, this is in the run-up to the event. You know, this is like, I don't know, a few days before, and we're just going to show this image. Or we might even have an image and a message underneath saying, you know, this live event is going to go ahead on Saturday at 9 p.m. or whatever. Okay, so as we get closer to the event, we decide we want to put a pre-roll video on just to tell our audience that the event's beginning soon. So this might be like an hour before the event or something like that. And you could have whatever video you like there. It just happens we have a nice video that you could show that also happens to have our logo on it. So that's as you get towards the event and things start to happen. Right, now what we would do is if we were coming in and doing a live stream ourselves, we would go into live source. So if we were an end user, we would say, well, actually, we'd quite like to send an email to ourselves so that we could do this live stream and so that we could do it from our MEDIAL Live app. So, I haven't got an email client on my Mac, sorry. So assume that a live stream a URL goes to my phone that I then click on, and it sets up this live stream beautifully on my phone just here that's running the MEDIAL Live app, and it's pointed very obtrusively in Dave's direction. And I then start that live stream going. I haven't selected the right one. Just by clicking on the big red button. So I know my live stream's going, and I know from bitter experience that a live stream on the iPhone will take at least 30 seconds to start working, so I will wait that long for it to start working. But yeah, you can. It won't be yet. Yeah. So yeah, the idea is here, exactly as you're saying, if you were doing this as a live event, you wouldn't necessarily want to switch over without seeing it in a preview mode. That's what the preview's there for. So once you're comfortable that that live stream is running, it is continually bugging me here about limited bandwidth, but I'm going to keep going. Shouldn't be, should it? On UCL's super fast network here. So it is working, and then we're now streaming live, so we want to show the live stream, and then we've got Dave live. So we know that our end users are seeing that. Well, they're not buffering like crazy, but if I pause that there, you'll see that, that's what our end users are seeing and enjoying. Then, after the event, we decide that, things are good, live stream's over. We want to flip to this page here and just say that, the archived version is going to be available shortly. What happens is, actually, let me go back. Our live stream, the version starts getting archived here in this content listing. So it comes in as a regular clip, as we said it would, and it starts getting archived. As soon as that is up to 100%, that will change to the archived version of the live stream. So it will stop playing that generic stock video that we've created, and it'll start playing the live stream. You can set it so it doesn't do that if you don't want it to. You can set it so it does whatever you want it to. But my particular live stream, I have decided that once it's finished, I'll start playing the live stream, the VOD version of the file as soon as it's available.
So once that's, thank you. So once it's encoded, I could actually kind of still have it on the live channel. For all intents and purposes, it's like people in different countries can still view it, thinking it's live.
Well, it wouldn't play as live because they'd still have to click play.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea is that it's a single URL for all of it. So because what happens with these live events is when you mail out about a live event, you might say, go here to view the live stream, go here to view the VOD version, go here, la 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 la. And doing this whole thing within a player where it switches is really what people want, because they want the same URL to serve all those different purposes. They want a pre-roll, they want a message bar, they want all these things in one page that you can send people to. So the idea is if you missed the event and you came late to it, then you would just go to the same URL and say, oh, I missed it. Okay, but I'm seeing this video saying that there's going to be a VOD version available soon, or I missed it. Oh, the VOD version's already here. Great, I'll just play it. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah,
stay there.
Yeah, it will stay there. It can do. I mean, the way I've done it is I'm utilising the same URL to run multiple sessions. So you might have seen when I went to do it, I just put new session, which meant that the URL kind of reset itself so that I could do something else with that URL. Because when I was testing this yesterday, for today, I was using that URL. If I had have gone to the post roll on that URL today, I would have got the archived version of the stream I did in my office yesterday. And I didn't want that, because I want to do the demo today and show you the VOD. It's an automatically generated URL. Yeah. It's always just going to be /live/a number. That's what it's going to be, yeah. I mean, you could redirect from one URL to another maybe, but yeah.
That's not a thing you can get instantly, because if we've got, what we do currently for our live stream is they go to my.net/the room, which is the JHLT or
Yeah.
so I know which room they're being directed to what.
So you just want a custom URL per live stream. I mean, it's not difficult to do. Yeah.
And what happens to the video after it's archived? You said it was played on the VOD live channel area, and it's the same URL. But is there another URL for the VOD as well?
Yeah. So that will go into whatever Dave's awkward video. That will go into whatever category I specified when I set up the channel. So if it was my personal category, it would have gone there. If it was a generic category, it would have gone wherever I wanted it to. So I can show you a bit more granularity about configuring the channel.
Can I just add to that? Can you still then embed the live feed into a different web page like you would normally?
Yeah, I'm just showing you that page at the player page because it's cleaner. It's sort of a nicer demo. But that page has a regular medial, page that's got all the other bump on it, the embed and all that other stuff.
Okay.
So you've got both effectively.
Because we would like say we'd set up a URL something like live UCL live / Lancet lecture or something, and then we'd want to embed that player within that page so that they have that. Yeah, and so would the VOD file then, after it's been recorded, pop up in that player again?
It's an iframe, isn't it? So I think what you're talking about is you want it in our player that switches between different states. You want to embed that somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's just the player live version. Doesn't have all the sort of stuff around it?
So that would save me having to get another VOD embed code to then embed in that page.
So I think what you'd do is you'd iframe this into a page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be that. You'd iframe that in. I mean, that as a VOD file will go somewhere as well. So look, it's gone to the default category. So here within the library, if I click there, you'll see, look, it's in the where is it? Default category? Yeah. So it's gone into the default category. So it has gone into the library as well, and it's stored there as a VOD asset. But I think what you're saying is, I know what you're talking about. Your lunch hour lectures, you basically want live stream, click, go, and then after the event, click, it's the VOD file. No more work to do,
Yeah.
So it would do that, The key to that would be that every single time you did a live event, though, you wouldn't be doing what I did by creating a new session on an existing live stream. You would be creating a new live stream every time you did it. Or, I don't know, do you provide the archive for like years and years, or?
Once you provide the JW player playlist.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah,
fine. Point taken.
But yeah, we tend to normally with the lunch hour lectures, we record the event, broadcast it live, but we don't show the actual thing until it's edited and so on and so forth. So.
Okay. And then just, in terms of kind of granularity here, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but basically all of these things, can you see that we've got, it's not that clear actually, but this is just how I've created a live channel, and this is just the customization of it effectively, who it's available to. So the same rules apply with like VOD content, you can provide conditional access to it based on their LDAP group that they're in. These are essentially like, the channels are like categories within the media library. So you can do all of that. You can do it by IP address. There's lots of different things you can do. The idea here is though, it's like the discussions we've had internally about this are to say, in V5, we'll provide a live stream that is completely configured, albeit branded as medial, and then a button that you can click on to send that to. I'm still streaming live. Oh, no, it's crashed out on me. Limited bandwidth, apparently. A button that you can click on to send that configuration to your phone, so that when you get Medial and you say, I want to do a live stream, you click on that button, it sends it to your phone. You click on go on your phone, and that live stream will work. From that point, you have something that works and is a working model. And that live channel, you can then save as new, and it will create a duplicate of it. And then that live channel, you can completely customize and go into all of these things like, I don't want that pre-roll video. I don't want that logo. I don't want this. I don't want that. Because this is, there's a monstrous amount of stuff that you can configure here. It's almost better to have a cookie cutter that we've done for you, like what I've shown you, and then you chip away at that and say, I want to get it this way or that way. But actually getting it to work just through your phone is so easy. I mean, you click on that button, email, it will send you an email with a single link on it. You click on that link, it boots up that app, you click go, that's it. Your live stream's running straight away. That is really the idea of it, because I think unless you make it that easy for people, a link to click on, they won't use it. And live streaming has this thing about it that people think it's really difficult, because it is actually really difficult to get right. It's not necessarily that difficult to do.
So Rob, am I correct? You could have an academic who could be based, say, in the US that can't actually make it to this actual campus. You could actually give them the kind of the registration code, provide them with access to obviously be able to download MEDIAL Live, and they could actually kind of just record their session, which could then be viewed by anyone.
Easily, yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Infinite. Okay, great.
I mean, all that they've got to do is have an iPhone or an iPad. That's it, and they can do it. So I've been talking to a few people in the break about this, and I know I spoke to you guys when I came down here about the kind of the evolution of this is really to provide people with a mechanism to have not just the video, but something else within that app. That's the kind of the killer app. So we're actively looking into doing that, but I couldn't make any promises on timescales on it. But we are looking to do that because, you know, Ryan with Wowzer, they provide a really good software development kit for pushing a live stream, which is what we're doing. But actually having extra content there that people can swipe through, for example, a PowerPoint would be, you know, the next level. Doing something like that, I'm told, is technically possible, but it's just one of those things that we're going to have to work on and get right, really. So, yeah, I think, you know, if you can do a live stream that easy, there's no excuse not to do it. There's been a real growth in kind of citizen journalism through all this stuff using phones. I can't see why people wouldn't want to use that in education. And also, you know, it's a really good way of creating an archived version of a file as well. It's not difficult to do, is it? Okay, cool. So that's live. You've got Android and iOS.
Yeah, is it only Android and iOS at the moment? Any plans for Windows or other platforms? No.
No.
Because a lot of people have got Windows phones.
Have they?
I know a lot of people who've got Windows. I know a lot of people who've got them.
And you'll cover Windows Phone, and it can easily be pushed out to iOS and Android using something like Xamarin or something like that. So you should take your same .NET stuff, but using So I was saying about using .NET Core rather than I think he's .NET 3.5 in your current version, and with the .NET Core or .NET 4.5.1, you will be able to get that portability over to Windows Phone without having to do any extra work. As such, just have to do some refactoring to the web views.
I think on the live streaming side, we'd always just be guided by Wowzer. They haven't done a Windows app. They've got 19,000 customers. Yeah. So I think if they'd have had enough demand for it, they probably would have done it. So I think, you know, if they've got a software development kit that would do it, we would build on top of it. But otherwise, we're probably not going to do it. It's not that I hate Microsoft or anything. I don't. I'm using a PC here on a Mac. Okay, so that's live. Do you want to